So can everyone hear my voice? Is my voice clear enough? Okay, thank you for your response. So I'm going to record this session, so uh, just I'll take some time. Okay. Okay, so if everyone is here, let's just start and welcome everyone to NTU. I'm excited to have you here as we explain how to select the courses for NTU. And I believe that they've already explained the course selection process clearly, so I'll just quickly go over it again for everyone and add some detailed tips. Okay, so can everyone see my screen? The presentation. Okay, so let's start. So let's start with an overview. Today we'll cover the entire course selection procedure and then go over some tips specifically for those students. The course selection process is divided into three main steps. First, you'll need to plan your courses in advance. This means listing the courses you want to take and checking for any scheduling conflicts. By doing this ahead of time, you'll make the selection process smoother and avoid the stress of making last-minute decisions during the 2-day initial selection period. And during the initial selection, you'll finalize your tentative schedule for the next semester. It's called tentative because you still have the chance to adjust it during the add drop period. This period allows you to make final decisions about your courses or add new ones if needed. Okay, so now let's dive into how each step works. First, to schedule your courses in advance, visit the NTU course website using the link here or the QR code provided below and log into your account. Next, select the category of courses you're interested in or use a quick icon to start your search. For instance, if you're looking for courses offered by specific department, yes. So if you're looking for specific courses offered by department, click on department and you'll see another search bar where you can enter keywords, select the department, and choose the year level. For example, the code for College of Law starts with the letter A, so scroll down to find A and select the College of Law. Then you'll see a list of courses offered by the Department of Law, and you can add courses to your list. You can add courses to your list by clicking the Add button. It's a good idea to select as many courses as possible, as the system doesn't guarantee you'll get every course you choose. So during this preparation phase, add as many options as you can, but focus on the courses you really want. So after selecting your courses, click the Overview button in the upper right corner. This will show you a list of the course you've selected. Although the priority list feature is deactivated this semester, but you can still use the priority table to view your timetable and check if there is any time conflicts. Like here, we have two courses occupying the same class R, but it's okay. It's okay to have this time conflict, but you'll need to manage them during the initial selection session. So, on August 19th, when the initial selection period begins, go to the course selection system and import your pre-selected course. Then enter your preference order. To access the system, click the button on the top of the same web page. And there are two systems available. You can see here is System 1 and System 2, but both are usable. Both lead to the same web page, so both are usable. So you can just scan the QR code here or use a link to visit the website when the initial selection session starts. And since the initial selection period hasn't started yet, it begins on August 19th, so the page currently looks like this and is not yet functional. Therefore, I found a video on YouTube and took a screenshot of how the website will look during the selection period from August 19th to 21st. Okay, so step 1, you should click the upper left button here. Is not very clear to see, but here is a blue button here, and click this to import your pre-selected courses. Then enter your preference order, or you can call it priority number. So preference order, priority number, and so enter the preference order for each course. A helpful tip is to use skipped number for easier adjustment to the order. For example, you can use odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and when you have to make adjustment, you don't have to adjust all of them. You can just, it will make it easier if you use skip number. So it's a tip. And after entering the preference numbers, next you have to click each register button to complete your registration. The register button is here, and you have to make sure every course you choose is the click button, right? The register button is clicked. And here I will just give you a more detailed explanation about the preference order or the priority number. It is really important when there are time conflicts, like what I've mentioned. If there are 2 courses or even 3 courses share the same class hour, then you have to set preference order, like which one would you like to take firstly if they occupy the same class hour. So time conflicts. And another situation is when there are multiple sections for selection. Here's a typo. Selections for the same course number. So this is when the preference order is used. Okay, so after initial selection, there is also an add drop period. So if you want to add courses, check the course type and follow the addition procedure accordingly. And if you need to withdraw from a course, you can just do so online. Okay, so finally, here are some tips for law students. At the College of Law, we offer many English taught courses, so you can scan the QR code here to view the full list. Also, you can just take a picture and just for preparation. And this semester, we're excited to have 3 visiting professors teaching courses. Moshe Hershey from the Hebrew University of Jerusalem and Mark Philip Wither from Edinburgh University, Danny Peter from KU Leuven Law School. So if you're interested in their lectures, this is a great opportunity to take advantage of. Also, and for first year undergraduate students, here are some popular courses recommendations. But keep in mind that these are based on my personal perspective and subjective opinions. So first, I recommend Professor Su's Constitutional Law course. Her teaching method is very organized and helps students build a solid understanding of Constitution principles. Next is Professor Chen, one of the most well-known professors at NTU. He teaches the civil code comprehensively and is also an inspiring figure for us. Finally, consider Professor Xu's criminal law course. He offers innovative perspectives and brings a lot of energy to his teaching. Okay, so lastly, here is an important reminder about the dates for each course selection session. Make sure you don't miss any deadlines, or you might end up with no courses to take. The initial selection session starts on August 19th, which is coming out soon. And for more detailed timeline, you can visit the NTU course website, scroll down, and you'll find this graphic. Okay, so that's all for the course selection overview. Before we wrap up, we can have some time for a Q&A session. So feel free to ask any questions about presentation and we'll provide prompt answers. Additionally, you can join the chat group for international law students. If you have any other questions or concerns after the meeting, don't hesitate to reach out in the chat group. So you can scan this QR code here and you'll join the messenger chat group and you can ask questions before or after the meeting. Okay. So does anyone have any questions?
Hi, sorry for interrupt. Did you provide the QR code of the discussion group? Hi, Resi, are you there?
Yes.
你有准备给他们的那个就是线下的讨论的群组吗？
有这个。
哦，OK，OK。
Yeah. So you can join the chat room by scanning the QR code below here. So
你刚刚放的那个 link 是什么 link?
what was it?
Link to the course planning website.
Oh. You mean this one? This one is for the initial selection. So when the initial selection starts, you can visit this link and this will lead you to the course selection system. Okay, so Chinese questions, English questions.
OK，so 有关于法研所可不可以修大学部的课，这个大部分学校的系统，如果你可以，你可以试试看可不可以填进去在选课系统里面。如果可以的话，就是它没有挡你。可是，我应该有部分课程是会挡你，就是没有办法先选课的。那如果你在初选阶段没有办法先选课的话，你就要写信去跟老师要授权码，因为授权码是可以直接越过学校系统的。Okay, so if you're graduate students or you're students not from bachelor and you wanted to choose your bachelor courses, or the same if you're bachelor students choosing graduate student courses, and you could try to add the courses in the initial selection. But if the system block you from choosing it, you can ask the professor to give you the code. The code could jump over the system. Okay, the code could jump over the system. That is the priority when you do in the initial stage. That means if you both got admitted in those two courses, which one you are preferring to go to first? So that is the priority. So that is the situation. If you got both choose in the courses, which course do you want to go to first? So okay, is that clear? Let's see, the QR code is closed. You said the QR code for the messenger group, right?
Let me check. I think it's open to everyone. I think it's available.
okay, someone is able to join, so the QR code might not have problem. So, um, how likely let's ask Jesse. So how likely is it to get into the low courses? I heard it is competitive, right?
Oh yes, for some courses it's competitive, but like if you're undergraduate students, like if you are choosing for um, these professors, Professor Chen's course is really competitive, so maybe you have to set like make you your number one priority. So this one is really competitive, but for others is not that it's less competitive. So no work. So don't be too much worries on it.
Okay, so let's see. Can you still go on the QA session? I'm going to another group to check other situations.
Okay, okay, okay. So does anyone else have any? Okay, sorry to ask again, but you were on a website that let you plan your course. Which website was this again? Plan your course. You visit the. Let me here. You can Google NTU course, or you can visit this QR code, and this website allows you to schedule your courses in advance. You're welcome. Does anyone else? Okay, so uh, some some of you cannot join the chat group. Do you guys have you guys download messengers? I think uh, can your exchange student, can I register for course from a different faculty? Uh, okay, so if you're exchange student, you can still register course from different faculty. There's no limitation, so you can choose whatever course you want if you're exchange students. The selecting the course early increase oh no, it doesn't, whether or not you get a course doesn't depend on how early you um, select the course. It depends on your fortune. So it depends on how lucky you are. So there's no, so it doesn't depend on whether or not you select the course early or late. Okay, so 没太明白要如何加入讨论群组哦。你手机上有 QR code 扫描就可以加，就是你用 QR code 扫描，手机上用有 QR code 扫描都可以。但是你如果你如果是用的是中国的微信的话，可能就不行，微信扫描可能就不行。那你如果是手机上 QR code 扫描，或是你直接打开你的相机，然后对着它的话，应该就会有。对 ，Can I see the link to your chat group again? Okay. Okay, so I've seen many of you have entered the chat group. Could you send the link of the group chat in this chat? Okay, sure. Wait for a moment. So you can use this link to visit our chat group if the QR code doesn't work for you. You're welcome. If anyone else have any questions, just feel free to ask. Could you provide me with more information about the examination and assessment method for the competition law and its international aspect? Effective dispute resolution. Actually, I am a sophomore, and many of the courses in the College of Law, I haven't taken all of them. So these two courses I have no experience in these two courses, so I cannot provide the exact information about each courses, but maybe you can try Google it. I'm not sure, maybe you can try Google it or search it on the website. I'm sorry, I cannot provide this kind of information because I don't have experience. 网站也进不进去哦。如果您现在是在中国的话，可能 Google 会没有办法进去。我想想看哦。那我留我的，是。
你说不好意思。
OK， 那我留我的 email 在这边，然后如果之后有问题可以联系我。
Okay, the other important thing is if you have any question, you can connect to your international student volunteer. But if they didn't communicate with you, they didn't send you an email letter, you can write to NTU OIA and reflect the situation that you didn't get any help from the volunteer.
Okay,
if you have some personal situation or complicated situation you want to discuss, the best way is to discuss with your student volunteer because they are one-on-one for you. They're mostly one-on-one for you.
Yeah, so connect your volunteer first because they are the person for you. They're going to assist you. So any other questions? Okay, so I'm not sure if I have to. Okay, there's a question. I have a question about the week-long courses. If they call it with a semester, long course even was. And week-long courses. So you mean there is just one class R that get into time conflicts and other effective dispute result is only weeks. Maybe you have to ask the what is that called? Maybe you have to ask the school for more information about this because I'm not pretty sure about the week-long courses. So I'm sorry, maybe you have to ask the Office of International Affairs because I'm not really sure about the week-long courses. Okay, thank you. Is there still someone that cannot join the group? Still someone who cannot join the group? Okay, you have a question. Is it easy to get a high? Okay, I see someone still can't join the book. I'll try to deal with it later. Okay, so high grade in general Chinese course is a workload heavy. General Chinese course, I think it depends on the professor because each course have different professor and different professors the way they give scores are different, so maybe but I don't think it will be really challenging because it's a course for if it's a course for international students, they just gonna the main purpose is to teach you guys well, so I don't think they're gonna be very demanding, so maybe you don't have to worry about that too much. Okay, so for people who still cannot join the chat group, have you tried the link? The link I provided, not the QR code, the link I provided. Here. Oh. Materials are unfair. So you don't so do you use messengers, Facebook? If Facebook is available, then messengers